Oh, Rav, Morbius.
Morbius. We watched it.
Yeah, we watched it. Definitely went to the cinema and watched it.
Didn't watch a bootleg copy on the internet from like India.
Yeah, my mate Sawara, bro, she went and paid for that.
Really?
Shout out Sawara, she dedicated.
You should have told us to wait for our review, and then we could tell her whether she should go or not.
Bro, she went like 2 days ago. She went straight away.
Oh, she was like the first one in the cinema.
Yeah, and I was like, how was it? She was like, shit. And I was like, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, we've paid for our fair share of bad films.
You know, Morbius was meant to come out 2 years ago, but it got delayed so many times.
Really?
Yeah, so was it another flop or was it worth the wait?
Another flop.
Yeah, it was another flop. It was dreadful.
Okay, actually, let me ask you this. What was worse, Carnage or this?
I preferred Carnage.
Honestly, me too. We hated Carnage.
Carnage had some funny moments. I was looking at their last movies that Sony did. Venom 1, Venom 2, Amazing Spider-Man.
This is like the Sony like Spider-Man universe, right?
Yeah.
This is like the third film in the Sony Spider-Man universe. And the films so far have been Venom 1, Carnage, and this.
The only good Spider-Man movies is when it's Tom Holland and it's connected to Marvel, because Marvel's saving Sony's ass.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they now have Tom Holland's rights, they should be like thanking their lucky stars, because these movies have been terrible.
Tom Holland needs to escape, bro. Poor guy.
Okay, yeah, he does. I can't. The fact that he's gone from like Marvel, man's with Robert Downey Jr., to now he's got to do films of like Jared Leto and Morbius. That's just sad.
I don't think I've liked a movie this guy's ever been in.
Jared Leto, yeah, me neither. I looked at his like filmography. I was like, I haven't the Joker, bad. Suicide Squad, no way. I haven't any of all these other films. I was like, I've never even heard of them.
Yeah. So basically,
and he's still really well wrote. He's still really well known.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, not much happens in this movie.
I will say about Jared Leto, he's 50 and man's looking good for 50.
Is he?
He's 50, yeah.
He's a vampire, to be fair. They age pretty slow.
Nice.
Anyway, so just quick summary. He has a blood disease, becomes a doctor of blood to try and solve it, like find a cure. Inevitably, it goes wrong.
Really? Wait, it goes wrong. An experiment in a superhero film goes wrong. I don't believe you, Christian.
But hasn't he learned anything in the last 2 years? Why are we doing experiments with bats?
Did you not see Spider-Man 1? Did you not see The Incredible Hulk? Did you not see Captain America, mate? Anytime you do an experiment, you're going to get some sort of disease from it. You're going to get some sort of powers from it, all right, lad?
Has he not seen the news, bro? COVID, bro. Stop experimenting with bats, bro. This guy.
To be fair, if COVID gave you all his powers, I'd get COVID instantly.
Yeah, so he becomes a vampire. Man's kind of sad, kind of confused. Kills a few people.
He's kind of sad, kind of confused. He kills 8 people.
Yeah, my guy.
But then, it's not like he just got depressed. He was like a killer.
But then when his friend becomes vampire and he kills
someone... His friend, that's his brother. That's like his adopted brother. It's not just his like little friend. It's like his adopted brother.
Yeah, and then when his friends kill someone, he's like, whoa, we can't be doing that.
I know, it did feel a little bit hypocritical.
Yeah. And then they have a big fight.
Because the bad guy, he likes to kill, whereas the good guy doesn't like to kill, and that's about the only difference.
Yeah, and then to finish the plot, they have a big fight at the end. It's a big CGI mess, and yeah, that's really it. Not much.
I mean, you've covered that pretty well. Good summary.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we spoke before we recorded, and you told me you had 3 things that you liked about this film. Yeah, so hit me with the 3.
Surprisingly, there was 3. I liked, when like he had super speed and there was like fog coming out of him.
Yeah.
I actually quite liked that. I thought that was quite cool CGI. It was a bit like The Flash.
Okay. Yeah. And you like The Flash as well?
Some of it. The second thing I liked, the train scene.
The train scene?
You know when they first have a fight, and then they go...
When he starts to fly?
Yeah, but a bit before that, though, they go into the train... They go
yeah, and they get, like, arrested by the police or whatever.
Kills the police, and all the pedestrians are like, I don't give a shit, mate, I'm just getting on my train. Proper
yeah, no, mate, it's New York, they don't care. If that happened in London, I'm not fucking watching that. I'm going to just keep going by my day.
I'm just changing the song on Spotify.
yeah, skip.
So I liked how they ignored that, and the final positive, Milo, best character.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I will say my one positive was Matt Smith acting.
Great, he was by far the best.
Matt Smith was actually really good in this. I won't lie. I had kind of like reservations because I haven't seen him in anything since like Doctor Who, like years and years ago.
I'm not his biggest fan, but best character.
Exactly, because to me, I was like, he took it from David Tennant. I wasn't happy about that. But in this, he actually killed it. I won't lie.
But the thing is, I don't want to see a vampire movie where it's like, I want to be a good guy. I want to see the killer vampire. So Milo was my guy.
Yeah, Milo, by the way, is the brother of Morbius.
Yeah.
And he's the one that he kills people, but he likes it. Whereas main Morbius, Michael Morbius, kills people and doesn't like it, and that's the whole beef between them.
Yeah. Moving on to the negatives, Morbius, shit character.
Yeah. Moving on to the negatives, the whole rest of Morbius.
Yeah, Morbius was the character Morbius was quite dull, reserved.
He was barely a character. He didn't even feel like he was a normal person. He was so underwritten. It felt like.
Also, what is a blood doctor?
What's a blood? No, don't come on. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. Even if you got blood tests, you got blood tests before, bro.
Of course. I was just thinking, bro, how have you made a worse vampire movie than Twilight?
I was thinking that.
Twilight
I was
is
like,
genuinely
now
better
I have
than
to look
this.
back and actually be like, wow, Twilight was a decent film in comparison to this.
Yeah, I was also confused. The way he drank the blood, bro.
Oh, he like downed it like he was like just thirsty.
It was like he was having a Capri Sun. He just like completely squinched it together.
He squeezed like the bags of blood until they were like fully just empty.
Yeah, it was not good.
I mean, it did make it look like he really needed it, so I appreciate that. But it also looked really stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, cross off to something that you wrote down.
I was also thinking, you know when he created the cure.
I mean, I don't remember that at all, to be honest.
But yeah, anyway, there was like no suspense. There was no like good music. There was no like dum da dum da dum. There was just it was just so bland.
It's barely a tense scene. It's him in a lab like pressing buttons. Like it's not going to be a great scene anyway.
No, it was not good.
There was nothing like. I don't know. I didn't feel like anything in that movie was like tense or like I was like suspenseful or anything like that.
That relationship with that girl as well, so bland.
Like honestly, the best thing about that film was Milo and like maybe the relationship between like the two of them. That was the only
best, yeah.
Even that wasn't that good, but it was like it kept me a bit interested.
Getting carried by Milo.
Yeah, like the girlfriend or whatever. I mean, she in the end became a vampire as well, and I was like, what? She died, right? You know she dies, right?
Yeah, she comes back alive at the end or something.
But she dies, and what does her boyfriend do? What does he do?
Leave.
He just goes to town on her, just starts feeding on her. She dies in his arms. He starts sucking her blood. I'm like, bro, just give her some respect. Give her like 5 minutes to die or something. He just starts drinking her blood immediately.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I was like, brother, just let her fucking rest for a second.
Hey, you gave her a few seconds, mate.
It was in 5 seconds. She dies, her eyes close. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
just go and fight the baddie. Just go and fight the baddie. You don't have to like suck her blood.
To be fair, I wish he didn't fight Milo. That final like CGI scene, the whole like 5-10 minute fight scene was bad.
Yeah, and how does it end? It's like, oh, I still want to throw some bats at him. It was barely a fight scene. Honestly, he's getting battered the entire scene until we just like, oh, let me call bats, and that was it.
Why couldn't Milo call bats?
Yeah, I mean, maybe he just didn't think of it. Maybe the writers didn't write him to call bats, so that was it.
They didn't. Plot convenience.
The writers made it so he was going to lose, so it was game over for him.
Sony really need to stop making movies.
And then, they set up another film. Of course they did in the post-credits. I don't know if you saw that, if you stayed long enough to watch the post-credits.
That was my biggest negative, the after-credit scene. Oh,
what, with Vulture?
Also, why is Morbius meeting Vulture?
He's got blood.
Morbius is a vampire. Vulture is just some guy with shit wings.
He does he even have the wings in this universe? I don't think he does.
No, he had the suit thing.
Oh, he had the suit. Okay, so he remade it for another universe, my guy.
And Vulture's like, oh, we can get Spider-Man. Morbius doesn't give a shit. Who's Spider-Man?
Yeah, why would Morbius care? Also, isn't Morbius a good guy, right?
I mean,
this film was trying to make him look like he was a good guy.
More than yeah. Why would he want to kill a 20-year-old?
Yeah. So this whole film's like, oh, Morbius is a good guy. Morbius is a good guy. Now at the end, oh, by the way, Morbius is a bad guy. What sort of film do you think you're making here, guys?
A shit one.
Give me a score. Okay, what are you going to score it?
Well, I had 3 positives, and it was not a good movie, so 3 out of 10.
I am going to agree. I think that was a 3 out of 10. That was not a good. I can't give it a 2 because of Matt Smith. Matt Smith literally makes this a 3 out of 10. If he wasn't in this, I wouldn't even score it. I couldn't even score it.
Yeah. Final comment. Go read Dracula. Way better than this.
Oh, great book.
Great book.